Hey everyone, I'm Kevin with Victory 4x4. In this video we're going to install our bed front MOLLE panel in this 4th Gen Tacoma. So here we have our MOLLE panel, our mounting brackets, a little bit of hardware, as well as our logo plates. The panel itself consists of 3 pieces. So here is the center section along with 2 essentially identical outside panels. So really you just have to flip them kind of end over end to get your lefts and rights there. We'll start out by installing the logos in the center plate here. So you do have 2 different logos here, the Victory logo as well as the There and Back logo plate. The locations are pretty easy to identify since they are very different sizes, but the installation is the same. They have pre-installed nuts on the back side. You can then slide them in behind the panel and line them up with the 2 mounting holes where you'll install 2 of the number 10 stainless button heads for each logo. And then to tighten these up, you just need an 1/8 inch hex. Once you have those logos in, you can start bolting the panel together. It's pretty easy to identify which side you're using because it is the only kind of flat squared off section, where the other side is going to have a little bit of a radius to it, and it's also going to have 4 mounting holes that correlate with the center section. Then you can lay the center section over top of the outside, and here you'll be installing 4 of the black 1/4 20 button heads from your bolt pack with serrated flange nuts on the back side. Once you have all 4 of those started, you'll grab a 5/32 hex to tighten these up, and then you can repeat this process on the other side. With the panel assembled, we can now install the mounting brackets. Really, you can use your discretion here. These could potentially be installed on the truck and then the panel bolted in place, or you could get these bolted to the panel and then slip the whole thing in on the truck and bolt it in. It's entirely up to you. They're easier for you guys to see out here on the cart, so I'm going to do it this way out here. Basically, you're just going to take the bracket with the 2 slotted holes here and line them up with the 2 round holes on the panel, like so, slipping the bracket in behind. And then here you're going to be using slightly larger 5/16 button heads and serrated flange nuts. You do want to leave this a little bit loose so that you have that slotted adjustment available when bolting this into the truck. When it comes to upper mounting brackets, there's going to be 5 of these. They're essentially like a zigzag bracket, if you will. Same size slot in each location. You just need to make sure that they are going to step up and forward toward the front of the truck, or up and back as you see it here behind the panel. They're going to mount using the horizontal slotted locations on the top edge of the panel, and they'll install with 1/4 20 button heads in this location. The reason for the step in the bracket is because it needs to clear this accessory rail, which you'll need to remove with a T30 Torx. And if you want to, you can kind of go through the trouble. You can put basically 2 of these brackets in place up here and then reinstall the hardware. You may have to loosen the other mounting hardware just a little bit further. And once that will slip in place back here, again, reinstall the factory hardware. And at that point, you'll never have to fully remove this rail. You'll just have to kind of feed the remaining 2 nuts in place on the 2 brackets you have up here once the panel is installed. Or you can completely remove the rail and just kind of set it back in place once everything is up here in the truck. Entirely up to you on which one you think is easier or more difficult. Then to make room for your lower mounting brackets, you'll need a T55 Torx to remove the 2 main bed mounting fasteners here at the front, so 1 on each side. From there, you can slip the panel into position, noting that you will have to lift it up and over the cargo tie downs out there on the side, and then you'll reinstall the factory bolts down here. And then up top, you can reinstall that accessory rail along with factory hardware up here and realign all of the upper mounting brackets. With all of your hardware started up here, it's just a matter now of centering the panel up in the truck bed and then working your way through and tightening all your mounting hardware. So just to recap, it's a T30 Torx up top on those factory bolts, a 5/32 hex here, a 3/16 hex down here, and a T55 Torx right here at the bottom. With all that hardware tight, this installation is now complete. If you guys have any questions about this install or anything else we offer here at Victory 4x4, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can always send us an email at info@victory4x4.com or call us at 269-459-8447.